Hello everyone. Welcome back. We're learning more Russian with Learn Russian. Let's continue with lesson 11, future tense. So in the past, a few lessons ago, we did the past tense, and now we're learning about the future tense. And you see a bit of a hint of how to do that here with a question like this. Что ты будешь делать завтра? So, we'll talk a bit more about this obviously in the lesson, but будешь basically is a form of will in the sense of something that you will do in the future. So this is basically saying what you will do tomorrow. And obviously, since it's a question mark, it's a question. In English, you'd say, what will you do tomorrow? But in Russian, the word ordering is a bit different. You see, sometimes Russian people might ask a question like, what you will do tomorrow, which obviously in English would be wrong, but this is because it's the Russian phrasing. It comes naturally to them. So, what you will do tomorrow? Okay, in this lesson you will learn the future tense and days of the week. В понедельник я буду изучать русский язык. В среду я буду читать книгу, and в выходные я буду отдыхать. Okay, we'll learn more about these obviously in the lesson. I won't dwell on them too long now. Instead, let's have some fun listening to a dialogue. I'll play the dialogue through once, and then we can go through it and start trying to fill in the blanks here.
Привет, Клаудия.
Привет, как дела?
У меня нормально, а ты как?
Да, все хорошо.
Что делаешь сегодня вечером?
Сегодня занята, буду в офисе.
Жаль, а завтра? Что будешь делать завтра?
Завтра я тоже буду много работать.
А через неделю что ты будешь делать?
Я буду смотреть балет в театре.
А еще через неделю?
Ой, я буду играть в волейбол.
А через месяц? Что ты будешь делать через месяц?
Ну, через месяц я буду замужем.
Okay, so we see a discussion between an increasingly frustrated man and a woman who is just holding back a little bit. Okay, so here's Dennis, and Claudia. So Dennis is saying, hi, Claudia. Claudia says, hi, how are you? He says, as usual, у меня нормально. I'm doing normally. And how are you? Yes, everything's okay. And then he asks, well, let's play the audio again.
Привет, Клаудия.
Привет, как дела?
У меня нормально, а ты как?
Да, все хорошо.
Что делаешь сегодня вечером?
Okay, что делаешь? So, well, let's get the words from over here. Делаешь. So this is a conjugation for ты. Ты делаешь means what you are doing. He's not yet using the будешь, which we saw earlier. I guess that comes later, but basically this is very simple. What are you doing? Что делаешь? Сегодня вечером. Today evening. So in English there's simply the word tonight, but in Russian you have to say сегодня вечером, today evening, which is kind of awkward, but yes.
Сегодня занята, буду в офисе.
Okay, сегодня. Notice she says сегодня and not сегодня. It's kind of I'm not sure if that's just a particular dialect or pronunciation, because I'm pretty sure this is usually сегодня, because it uses the Russian G, but it may be one of those cases where sometimes the G is kind of pronounced like a V, because I'm pretty sure she distinctly said сегодня and not сегодня. Anyway, what word did she use? She said занята, which means busy. So I'm busy, буду в офисе. Here we see буду, so this is again, I will. So я буду, I will. Ты будешь, you will be. So буду в офисе, I will be in the office.
Жаль, а завтра? Что будешь делать завтра?
Жаль is kind of like that's a pity. What a shame. What a pity. I'm sorry. Завтра and tomorrow. Что будешь делать завтра? What you will do tomorrow. So he's emitting, in English obviously you would say, what are you doing? This is kind of This is again one of those things where, because the formation будешь is obviously ты, because you can only use it with the word ты. He omits ты. So he's saying, что ты будешь. But because the conjugation будешь makes it clear he means you, he's omitting that. So you can do that obviously in Russian. So будешь is you will do, what you will do tomorrow, завтра.
Завтра. Завтра я тоже буду много работать.
Okay. So it's pretty clear at this point. We have only the words буду and будешь left. So when someone is talking about themselves, it's я буду, I will do, or I will, and then будешь is you will. So pretty easy from here on out. Завтра я тоже буду много работать. So tomorrow I also will do a lot of work.
А через неделю что ты будешь делать?
Через неделю and in a week. So через means kind of like next to. You can use it to mean next to something, but in terms of time, it also means like in English you would say in a day. Something will happen in a day or a week or a month or whatever. So next week. So he's saying через неделю. You can also say. I think следующий is the more usual Russian word for next, but you don't say, you don't use that word in this context. Instead, you use через for like next week. So, and next week, what you will do then? So again, he's talking to her. He's saying ты, so it's ты будешь. Before here he says что будешь, here he says что ты будешь. So the ты is optional. You can leave it out, but you can also use it. Both are correct.
Я буду смотреть балет в театре.
I get the feeling at this point that she's trying to come up with excuses, like she's not really. I'm not sure if she doesn't know, has she forgotten and needs to kind of think about it to remember, or is she just making stuff up as she goes? Because she's obviously having to think about her answers here. But in any case, she's clearly saying, «Я буду смотреть балет в театре». I will look at ballet in the theater.
А еще через неделю?
Еще через неделю. Еще means like still or again. So the more idiomatic translation of this in English would be and in another week after that, or something like that. So basically he means in 2 weeks, but instead he says and still after a week. Obviously the translation doesn't work word for word in English, but I think it's clear what he's asking. And once again after a week.
Ой, я буду играть в волейбол.
Я буду играть в волейбол. I will play in volleyball. I think we talked about that a few lessons ago. When you're playing a sport, you play in the sport. So you play in volleyball.
А через месяц? Что ты будешь делать через месяц?
He's not giving up, is he? So, что ты будешь делать через месяц, in a month or after a month?
Ну, через месяц я буду замужем.
Привет,
Oops, that was the end. I clicked on this to pause it and it started playing again because that was the end. So, well, after a month, I will be замужем, married. In a month, I'll be married. So we can kind of see perhaps some of the reason for her hesitation at this man's eager efforts to impose himself in her life. Okay, moving on. Here we have, yes, and we have a check mark here to show that everything's correct. Well, that one was fairly easy. We're basically just getting introduced to буду and будешь. I think that's pretty clear, not too difficult. So now we have another dialogue, and this one has no. This is actually, we don't need to fill in the words here. All the words are already here. So this is a mama speaking with her son John. Have we seen John already? I get the feeling this is the same John we might have seen a couple of times already in these lessons. But anyway, let's hear what they have to say.
Здравствуй, сынок. Как ты?
Мам, привет. Все хорошо, а у тебя?
И у меня все хорошо. Я хотела спросить, что ты будешь делать через неделю?
А что?
У нас дома будут гости. Твоя тетя Сильвия и ее новый муж.
Мам, через неделю?
Да.
Ой, я не могу. Я буду работать. Я буду в офисе весь день.
Но это выходные.
Да, мама, я знаю, но сейчас дедлайн. Мы все много работаем. Утром я буду на встрече, потом я буду писать отчет, потом я буду на конференции, а потом вечером я буду в офисе.
Очень жаль, но ничего.
Мам, передавай привет тете. Пока.
Пока, сынок.
Okay. Once again, one person is trying to get a result out of the other, and the other one's just not giving them the result they want, and so they end up disappointed in the end. So, Mama says, hello, son, how are you? Mom, hi, everything's okay, and how are you? And everything's okay with me. Я хотела спросить. Спросить means to ask, like to ask a question, and хотела is past tense of... хочу, like if you say я хочу, I want, but я хотела спросить means I wanted to ask. So I wanted to ask you, что ты будешь делать через неделю? What, again, what you will do next week or after a week. А что? А что is, yeah, kind of like, wait, what, huh? У нас дома будут гости. So, будут. Once again, we have a form of will. So the гости, the guests, will be у нас дома, at our house. So at our house will be guests. Твоя тетя Сильвия и ее новый муж. Тетя, I believe, is aunt. Not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure tетя is aunt. I seem to have forgotten at this moment, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So your aunt Sylvia and her new husband. Mom, через неделю? Mom, next week? Да. О, я не могу. Oh, I don't like it. Я буду работать. I will be working. I will work. Я буду в офисе весь день. I will be in the office the entire day. Но это выходные. But it's the weekend. Да, мама, я знаю. Yes, mom, I know. Но сейчас deadline. Deadline. Here we see a wonderful example of... a word which was brought into Russian completely unmodified. Well, I mean, they transliterated it, but it's very obviously an English word that they just brought in. Мы все много работаем. We all have a lot of work. Утром я буду на встрече. In the morning, I will be... what's на встрече? That's... what is на встрече? I forget now. Oh, встреча is meeting. I'll be in a meeting. Потом я буду писать отчет. After that, I will write a report. Потом я буду на конференции. After that, I'll be in a conference. А потом вечером я буду в офисе. And after that, in the evening, I'll be in the office. Очень жаль. Same word жаль that we saw up here. Жаль. So here, жаль means like that's a pity, and очень жаль obviously means very жаль. It's really a pity. Ну, ничего. Well, nothing. Like, this literally means, well, nothing. So, make nothing of it. Just forget about it. Мам, передавай привет тетю. Пока. Пока, сынок. So, mom, передавай is like transmit or convey. So, like, convey my привет, convey my привет to the aunt. Пока. All right, so we didn't have to fill in any words for that dialogue, but now we have a small test to test our understanding of the dialogue. So, 5 questions. First question. Через неделю John будет. So, in a week, John будет, will be. You're starting to see будет is the, or and its various forms is the key word of this lesson, obviously. So, in a week, John will be гулять, думать, or работать. What is гулять? Sorry, I actually forget now off the top of my head what is гулять, but it obviously is not the answer. Думать, he will be thinking. Well, okay, he probably will be thinking, but I think the correct answer is будет работать. He will work, or will be working. Утром John будет. In the morning, John will be на встрече, in a meeting. Here we go, на встрече. Через неделю дома будут. So in a week, at home will be гости, guests. Alternatives are люди, people, and друзья, friends. Well, I guess they are people and I guess they are friends, but what mom said is гости, guests. John работает in an office, in a bar, or в квартире, in an apartment. Well, he said at least he claims to be working in an office, в офисе. And finally, John будет писать, he will write an отчет, a report. Not a roman. A roman is a novel. And what's a pismo is a letter, I believe. So he's going to write a report. And yes, everything appears to be, the site appears to be in agreement. Okay, and now, as usual, we see two dialogues to illustrate things, and then the site suddenly explains to us how things work. So here we go. Past tense is, well, let me do the segund. So this, oh, sorry. I can't, oh, this is a picture, so I can't highlight things. It just, okay. Anyway, so in the middle you see сегодня, which actually means, it doesn't mean present tense, it means today. So сегодня, today, present tense, you use a normal conjugated form of the verb. This is the kind of most typical, most usual indicative conjugation of verbs. Я работаю, ты работаешь, and so on. This is, so I work, you work, etc., etc. The past tense, which we saw a few lessons ago, usually puts an L and then some kind of ending on the L to indicate the gender. So on работал, he did work or he worked. Она работала, she worked or she did work. Они работали, and so on. And оно работало is rarely used because it identifies a non-animated object, and inanimate objects rarely perform verbs, but it can happen. There may be certain speech constructions where an inanimate object is performing a verb, so then you'd use that. But for the future tense, I would say the future tense is actually easier, in my opinion, than the past tense, because for the past tense you have to remember these different conjugations. Every verb has different conjugations than for the past tense, and you can see that the form that it takes is different. But for the future, it's very simple. You just use будет or буду. Well, I mean, you have to conjugate буду. So yeah, it's я буду, ты будешь, он будет, and so on. But you just have to remember the conjugation for the буд word, and then you just put the infinitive of the verb at the end. So here we can see again the example is for the verb работать, work. Я буду работать, I will work. And you can say tomorrow I will work, next week or next month or next year I will work, doesn't matter. Very simple. Just conjugate the буд word, будет, and then put the infinitive of the verb. So you don't have to conjugate the actual verb. You don't have to, normally obviously if you're saying I work, you say я работаю, but you don't have to conjugate работать. You just put the normal unconjugated form работать. Я буду работать. Very simple. Again, in my opinion, it's actually quite a lot easier than the past tense. So, but we still want to do some practice with it. So let's see. Я смотрите таблицу, look at the table, and then fill in these sentences down here. So the first one is filled in. Я буду работать в понедельник. I will work in the, what's понедельник? I always do this. Even when I look through the lesson, I guess I'm either too lazy or somehow I am just, somehow I miss these words that I don't know. I should look up понедельник. Actually, I should know what понедельник is by now, but I don't, so let's just quickly find out. Понедельник. Oh, it's Monday. That's, I have to admit I'm not good with the days of the week. Понедельник is Monday. Oh, we probably could find it here in the, if we come up here to the vocabulary then, because in this lesson I think we are also learning about days of the week. No? It doesn't look like понедельник is here. Did we learn about that previously? I don't even remember if we learned the days of the week in a previous lesson anymore. I apologize. I'm so forgetful. Okay, anyway. Понедельник, it's Monday. So I will work on Monday. Okay, and now we have to fill stuff in. Сегодня вторник, и вечером мои друзья играют в футбол на стадионе. So today, вторник. Вторник is then, so сегодня is obviously today. Вторник is, let me just quickly make sure that I get the right meaning of вторник, because, oh yeah, it's Tuesday. That's, I should have known that, yeah, because второй means the second. So basically, Russian numbers the days of the week starting with Monday. So Monday is considered the first day of the week. This may be controversial to some North Americans because North Americans usually consider Sunday to be the first day of the week and Saturday the last day. But Russian implicitly assumes that Monday is the first day and Sunday is the last. So вторник means like the second one, and so it's Tuesday because Tuesday is the second day of the week to Russians, or in Russia. So сегодня вторник, today is Tuesday. И вечером мои друзья, and tomorrow my friends. Obviously, this will be will. I guess all these words will probably be a form of буду or будет. They will играть в футбол на стадионе. They will play football in a stadium. So, мои друзья is obviously my plural, so it's они. So let's see, for они, it's будут. So let's go ahead and type in here, let's see, будут. There we go. Okay, moving on. Кто, who смотрит новый фильм в субботу? Okay, so who, obviously this should be will again, so who will watch new film on Saturday? Who will watch the new film on Saturday? So if it's an unnamed person, you usually use the singular third person. So like for an and она, it's будет. So I'll put in here будет. Кто будет смотреть новый фильм в субботу? Who will watch the new film on Saturday? Где вы? So вы is pretty obvious. Вы будете. Будете. Где вы будете обедать? What's обедать? Again, I know I have the right answers, so I could just go on, but I'd like to at least. I know it's not just about getting the right answer; it's also about learning the language. So you hopefully will have some understanding of the language. You don't just want to put in the right answer; you want to know what's being said here. Obedient is looks like to have lunch. Where will you have lunch? Oh, it's also for dinner. Actually, I didn't even know that. Apparently, obedient means both to have lunch and to have dinner, so I guess you need context to know which one. Дома we will obedient дома. Okay, so where will you have dinner? At home. We will have dinner at home. And it's мы будем, so будем обедать дома. We at home. We will eat at home. В воскресенье Мориц и Мартина something гулять в парке. On воскресенье, that's I believe that's also a day of the week. Let me just quickly check which one. Воскресенье. Yes, Sunday. That's great. So on Sunday, Moritz y Martina. So Moritz and Martina are, I assume, people's names. And then гулять в парке. Didn't we? I think we saw this verb in a previous lesson, or not in previous lesson, a previous question in the previous exercise. So let me just, since I didn't know what it was, and it's coming up a second time. I hope that I'm not going to have too many instances like this where I have no idea what's going on and have to pause to look up a word, because that's kind of annoying. Oh, Guliet is kind of to, well, the translation that I get is stroll, so it's kind of like, I'm curious, does it show up here in this vocabulary? No, it does not. So it's kind of like spazieren in German. It's kind of, or yeah, I guess stroll is a good translation. It means walk, but walk with a, not with a sense of hurriedness, but with a very sort of sedate and kind of ambling, purposeless walk. So you're kind of strolling around. You're not walking with any great sense of purpose. So Moritz y Martina is third person plural, so it would be like they. So it's ani budut. So ani budut. Okay. Irina не will not слушать этот концерт. Она уже слушала его неделю назад. Okay, so Irina will not listen to this concert. I guess that means she will not attend this concert. Она уже, she already слушала, she already heard or attended его неделю назад. A week ago, right? I believe that неделю назад, I believe that means a week ago. Let's just quickly okay, I don't have those words in here. I'm pretty sure that means well, let me just quickly look it up because I want to make sure. Недель. Yeah, a week ago. So I'm guessing. Okay, so this means that she was already at this concert a week ago, and so she doesn't want to go because she was already, I guess, the same. I'm wondering who the Yevo is. She was already at his. Oh, it means the concert. Oh, because concert is a masculine noun, so it's saying, in English, obviously you would say it, because he and she are usually only used for people, or at least for animate objects like animals. But here, because in Russian the word concert is linguistically masculine, therefore you say listened to him. So, okay. So Irina, okay, in any case, Irina is obviously third person singular, so it's она будет, будет. Okay. So we already know мы is будем. I'll actually just copy and paste it here just to make the typing faster. Мы не будем покупать эту шубу, она очень дорогая. So we will not покупать, buy this shubu. And what was shubu? I think that wasn't that like a scarf? We saw a discussion in a previous lesson about a shubu, which was actually very heated because some woman wanted to buy a shubu, and I think her husband wasn't really having it. Yeah, sorry, shubu is a fur coat. It's not a word that I seem to remember very well because I'm not in the habit of wearing fur, and even though wearing fur is quite common in Russia, it wasn't something that I did a lot of, so somehow this word always escapes me because it's not a context that I was familiar with, so my apologies. But yeah, so we will not buy this fur coat, and then because it's actually shuba, it's a feminine noun, she is very expensive. So она, she is very expensive. Через месяц мой босс. Okay, well, мой boss is obviously third person singular, so it's будет. I'll go and copy and paste that. So in a month, my boss will vacation в Швейцарии, in Switzerland. Yeah, okay, and I will work. So do I not have budu yet? It's ya budu. Apparently I didn't type this yet, so I'll go ahead and type it now. Yep. Okay, so in a month, my boss will go on vacation in Switzerland, and I will work. Очень жаль. Okay, сейчас друзья работают, а вечером они, so они is very clearly они. Они is они. So actually I can just copy and paste this. It's будут. Сейчас, now, друзья работают. Now my friend is working, or friends are working, but tomorrow they will pit pivo, drink beer in the bar. В баре пить пиво, drink beer in bar, drink beer. Тетя и дядя, so it's obviously they, so it's third person plural. So once again, it's budut. And I believe, yeah, it already showed up the check mark. That's already correct. Let me just quickly check. Tiotia, that was aunt, right? I just want to make sure that I get these little words right, because obviously, as you go on with the language, a lot of it is about not just about, like I said, not just getting the right answer, but also putting in the right words. I'm a little worried about the future of these lessons because it's becoming increasingly apparent, obviously, that I mean, I said right from the beginning, I'm obviously not Russian. I'm not a Russian person. I'm somebody who, has learned some Russian, but I'm not fluent in Russian. And so I do also have problems with these words that you don't hear very often. I just wanted to make sure that, yeah, dia, for some reason, I always instinctively, as an English speaker, I always think of dada, like daddy. But of course, dia is actually an uncle, not daddy, but uncle. So tiotia и дядя, aunt and uncle, будут у нас дома в четверг. Will be with us at home в четверг. I believe that is Thursday. Let me just quickly verify that, because I think that this is correct, but I don't want to, because remember I said четверг is Thursday. That's what I thought. Because remember I said the days are numbered according to starting with Monday, and четыре is 4 in Russian. So четверг sounds like the fourth day, and it is indeed the fourth day, or Thursday. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Oh, now we have now we have days of the week. So что is the name, and then когда is when. So you can say понедельник is the basic word for Monday, and then в понедельник is on Monday. Same thing. Вторник, во вторник, on Tuesday. Sreda, notice that the third one, the fifth one, and the sixth one are feminine, and so sreda, Wednesday is в среду, on Wednesday. Четверг, Thursday, в четверг, on Thursday. Пятница, в пятницу, Friday, on Friday. Суббота, в субботу, Saturday, on Saturday. Then воскресенье, on Sunday. Okay. I admit I have problems with this, even though they're mostly numbered after the days of the week. Still, somehow or they're numbered. I mean, they're simply numbers from 1 through 7. Well, they're not all numbers. Like subota is kind of like Sabbath, like in the Jewish system, Saturday was the Sabbath. So I guess that's where the word subota comes from. Nothing to do with the number 6, where Saturday would be the 6th day of the week in this numbering system. But somehow I just always have trouble with the names of the days of the week. So I apologize for that. I hope it's not too burdensome. Anyway, here we have a small exercise with words on the right that we need to drag in. So, Phil, ты завтра будешь работать? Phil, you tomorrow will work? Конечно нет. Завтра же. Well, of course not. Tomorrow is, I guess, intuitively it would make sense that it's then either Saturday or Sunday. So, суббота or воскресенье, we have both here. So, I'm not sure, is Tomorrow is supposed to be Saturday or Sunday. Both are possible. Let me check which answer they're expecting. I'm going to guess that they probably... Yeah, apparently from what I have here, it looks like it's subota. So завтра же subota. But that could have just as well been воскресенье. So I don't know how you're supposed to know that without... probably you just have to play around with the answers for a bit and figure out which one they want, but that's kind of unfair. But according to the answers I have here, it looks like they're expecting you to say subota. Okay. Как я не люблю... Okay. Oh, how I don't like this word. I can already guess this word is probably Monday. And Monday was понедельник, so I'm going to intuitively say that понедельник is probably the word that fills that blank. Первый день очень тяжело работать. Yes, on the first day, it's very something to work. Тяжело. What is тяжело? Okay, that is a word that I don't think we've seen yet, so let me quickly... Before going on, let me just... I'm not sure how important this word is. That's always the problem. If you've never seen a word before, you kind of instinctively get the feeling that maybe it's not too important. But I don't think I want to start making judgments like that right now about whether the word is important or not based on whether I've not seen it before. I have the feeling I haven't seen this word before. Yeah, it's basically hard, like difficult. So it's very it's tough to work on the first day. Okay, сегодня вторник. So вторник is the second day or Tuesday. So today is Tuesday, a завтра. That obviously means then завтра would be среда. So here we have среда. We can pull that in there. Вчера была пятница. So yesterday was the fifth day, because пять is 5. So yesterday was the fifth day, that means Friday. So yesterday was Friday. А послезавтра будет... Завтра is tomorrow. So послезавтра is like the day after tomorrow. So now it's like a puzzle. This is like a puzzle question. 2 days ago it was this, so what will be in 3 days? So hold on. Yesterday was Friday. That means today is Saturday. And then the day after tomorrow will be, it would be Monday then. The day, if it's Saturday, then the day after tomorrow is понедельник or Monday. That's a very, very negative attitude you have there, sir or madam. Yesterday was Friday, and now it's Saturday. You should be enjoying your weekend, but you're saying, but the day after tomorrow is Monday. Well, yes, it is, but... All right. And finally, on something and on something, we take vacation na dacha. Have I explained the concept of a dacha before? A dacha is one of those summer homes that many Russians have. It's something kind of particular to Russia that Russians like to have little summer homes, which are usually like one room, like a very small little cottage with one room inside, somewhere in the forest. Often they have little areas, like little sort of subdivisions where there are whole groups of dachas, and they usually have a little vegetable garden. So there's like a small patch of land where people typically grow vegetables or something like that, and there's a very small little cottage adjacent to it, and that's their dacha. That's where they're supposed to go and have holidays or take breaks on weekends. Anyway, so so on Saturday and on Sunday they go on vacation in the dacha. So I guess either order would work, but since Saturday comes first and then comes Sunday, I'm going to guess that it's субботу и воскресенье. Could be either one, but yeah, I was correct. I was expecting that order. So this is these are the answers that they were expecting. Not all the answers are easy to guess because, like I said, especially for this one, I mean, this суббота could have just as well been воскресенье, but oh well. Okay. Какой это день? Which is that day? What day is it? So, нужные слова. So, yeah, put in the words in the table. So, let's see. Сегодня is понедельник. That means понедельник is Monday. So, today is Monday. That means вчера, yesterday was воскресенье, yesterday was Sunday, and позавчера was Saturday or суббота. And then since today is понедельник, Monday, that means that tomorrow will be вторник, the second day or Tuesday. This is actually a useful exercise. If like me, you have trouble remembering the days of the week, I'll probably get benefit out of this as well. Okay. Вчера was пятница, Friday, because again, пять is 5. So yesterday was Friday, that means сегодня, today must be Saturday or суббота. And завтра then must be воскресенье. Воскресенье is Sunday, right? Yes. And then послезавтра, the day after tomorrow, will then again have to be понедельник or Monday. And then by process of elimination, the day before yesterday is четверг. Okay. Завтра is четверг, and четверг is Thursday. So if tomorrow is Thursday, that means today must be Wednesday or среда. So let's put in среда, and then that means that since today is Wednesday, that means yesterday must have been вторник, Tuesday, and the day before Tuesday is Monday, and the day after Thursday is Friday. Okay. Сегодня is среда, which means Wednesday. That means that вчера was вторник. Tomorrow is четверг. And then послезавтра, Friday, is пятница. And понедельник was позавчера. And finally, позавчера was суббота or Saturday. So 2 days ago, the day before yesterday was Saturday. That means today must be понедельник, because that's Monday. And then завтра must be вторник or Tuesday. And then послезавтра must be среда. And then вчера, yesterday, was Sunday. Okay, good. Again, I do find this very hard. I don't know why. Just somehow these words like this, which have no association, I find it very hard to memorize words like this just randomly. So this is a good exercise to do if you have trouble with this like I do. Anyway, напишите слова, complete the sentences, put in the words. Сегодня вторник, вчера был. So here is был, which is past tense, was. So today is вторник, which is Tuesday. That means that yesterday was понедельник. And I'm just going to go ahead and be lazy and copy and paste it in here. Today is Tuesday, but yesterday was понедельник, Monday. Позавчера, the day before yesterday, была пятница. So the day before yesterday was Friday. That means that today is Sunday. А завтра будет Monday, which is понедельник. Again. Are the first two answers really понедельник? I think so. Did I do that wrong? Let's find out. Let's just go ahead, and if I got it wrong, obviously, then it'll show the red exclamation mark in the box up there. Послезавтра будет... Okay, so послезавтра будет суббота. Day after tomorrow will be Saturday. That means that today must be Thursday. А сегодня is... Thursday is then четверг. I'll just type it in here. Четверг. There we go. Okay. Вчера было воскресенье. So yesterday was воскресенье, which is Sunday. Сегодня Monday. So once again, понедельник. Are they really? Three answers out of the five are really, maybe the last answer will also be понедельник. Завтра будет среда. So tomorrow will be среда, which is Wednesday, right? Yes, Wednesday. I actually remembered that. А позавчера был... So, okay, завтра будет среда. If tomorrow is Wednesday, that means today is Tuesday. So today is Tuesday, and then позавчера, the day before yesterday, was then Sunday. So, Sunday is воскресенье. Okay, and that's all correct. Okay, so it really did have Monday as the answer 3 times. Wonder why. That's even more times than Monday. Okay, anyway, listen to the audio, fill out the text. So we have another, not a dialogue, but a monologue from this woman. So let's listen to what she has to say. I'll play it through once, and then we can start talking about what she actually said.
Привет, меня зовут Сьюзен. Я француженка, но сейчас я живу в Бельгии. Я работаю здесь. Я архитектор. Я очень пунктуальная. Я всегда знаю, что я буду делать завтра, послезавтра и даже через месяц. Это очень хорошо. Например, в понедельник утром я буду завтракать дома, а потом буду работать в бюро. В 14 часов у меня будет встреча в офисе. Мой клиент будет смотреть новый проект. Во вторник днем в 15 часов 35 минут я буду встречать подругу на вокзале. Она из Парижа. Она будет здесь только 1 день. В среду днем я буду работать, а вечером я буду слушать в клубе джазовый концерт. В четверг утром я не буду на работе. Я буду дома спать. А вечером я буду смотреть новый дом в центре. Я хочу купить его. В пятницу, в субботу и в воскресенье я буду на море в Италии. Там живет моя мама. На море я буду отдыхать. Мне нравится планировать мою жизнь.
I don't know how well you picked up on the accent, but she definitely has... I wonder now, did they actually get a real French woman to record this dialogue? Because she definitely has a very strong accent, but I'm not sure if that was just somebody deliberately putting on the accent, trying to sound French, or was it an actual French person speaking in Russian? Because I'm usually not very good at picking up accents, especially in foreign languages, but even I noticed she has a very strong, especially the way she pronounces the R. She pronounces the R like the French way, and doesn't roll the R like the Russian way. Anyway, okay, so, hi, my name is Susan. Я француженка. Excuse me, sorry. So I'm a French woman, but now I live in Бельгии, Belgium. Я работаю здесь. I work here. Я архитектор. I am an architect. Я очень пунктуальная. I am very punctual. I thought that was a stereotype associated with Germans and not the French, but okay. Я всегда знаю, I always know, что я буду делать завтра. I always know what I will do tomorrow. Послезавтра и даже через месяц. So the day after tomorrow and even in a month. Wow, okay. И это очень хорошо. It is very good. Например, for example, в понедельник утром я буду... Hold on, let's play the dialogue again. So rather than me trying to guess what she said, let's just listen to her.
Привет, меня зовут Сьюзен. Я француженка, но сейчас я живу в Бельгии. Я работаю здесь. Я архитектор. Я очень пунктуальная. Я всегда знаю, что я буду делать завтра, послезавтра и даже через месяц. Это очень хорошо. Например, в понедельник утром я буду завтракать дома.
Я буду завтракать дома. That's eat, right? Is that, I want to say let's have breakfast. Isn't завтракать have breakfast? Hold on, let's see. Let's just check. Yes, eat breakfast is завтракать. Okay, so on понедельник, that's Monday morning, right? Yes, понедельник is Monday. See, I still don't remember. В понедельник утром, on Monday morning, I will eat breakfast at home. А потом буду работать в бюро. And after that, I will work in the office.
А потом буду работать в бюро. 14 часов у меня будет встреча в офисе.
Notice she, so the way it's written is actually in 14 hours. So, yeah, obviously, there is obviously a V here, but it's not pronounced that way. She just says 14, so 14 часов, 14 at 14 o'clock, which is 2 p.m. У меня будет, what was the word? Oh dear. I don't remember the word, and I don't think I can't actually, for some reason this doesn't let you drag the audio slider around, so I can't actually go back and see what she said without without playing the whole thing again. Hold on, let me check. What did she say at that point? Встреча. That's right. Встреча, of course. Встреча is, what is встреча? Oh, that was a meeting, wasn't it? I think we said, I think I said previously that встреча was, yes, встреча is a meeting. Okay. So at 14 o'clock or at 2 in the afternoon, у меня, where I am, there will be a meeting in the office. So kind of like, at my place, I guess in my office, in the office. Мой клиент, hold on, let's let her talk.
Мой клиент будет смотреть новый проект.
So my client will look at a new project.
Во вторник днем в 15 часов 35 минут я буду встречать подругу на вокзале.
Okay, let's fill in the word before I forget. Встречать. Встречать was what she said. So, во вторник днем, so on Tuesday during the day at 15:35, so 3:35 in the afternoon, я буду встречать подругу на вокзале. I will meet with a friend at the train station. Yeah. Podruga, don't get mixed up. Podruga in Russian means a girlfriend, but not girlfriend in the sense of, I think I talked about this before as well, not a romantic girlfriend, but just like a friendly girlfriend. So like, doesn't mean this woman's a lesbian. It means that she has a female friend. So she's meeting her female friend at the train station at exactly 15:35. She's, again, as she said, she is very punctual.
Она из Парижа.
Она из Парижа. She is from Paris.
Она будет здесь только один день.
She will be here only one day.
В среду днем я буду работать, а вечером я буду слушать в клубе джазовый концерт.
Okay, let's fill in the word again before I forget. Слушать. I like how she pronounced слушать. So on Wednesday during the day, I will work, but in the evening, I will listen in a club to a jazzovый concert, a jazz concert. Obviously, jazz is a quintessentially American style of music, so it would make sense that other languages simply borrowed the word jazz as a loan word rather than trying to formulate their own indigenous word for a style of music that originated from an English-speaking country. And четверг?
В четверг утром я не буду на работе.
Oh. On в четверг утром, on Thursday morning, I will not work.
Я буду дома спать.
I will sleep at home. I will at home sleep.
А вечером я буду смотреть новый дом в центре.
So she will, а вечером, in the evening, I will look at a new house in the center, in the city center.
Я хочу купить его.
Again, she says, I want to buy him because dom, house, is a masculine noun. If you interpret this literally, you might interpret this as saying that she wants to buy a person, but no, she wants to buy the house.
В пятницу, в субботу и в воскресенье я буду на море в Италии.
So on Friday, on Saturday, and on Sunday, I will be at the Namore, at the sea, in Italy.
Там живет моя мама.
My mom lives there.
На море я буду отдыхать.
Namore. She says more because she's French, but it's Namore. Я буду отдыхать. I will vacation at the sea.
Мне нравится планировать мою жизнь.
I like to plan my life. And we can certainly tell that. I think that was already apparent by the way that she described her plans for the next few days. So, well, nothing wrong with that. If she likes to plan her life to that level of detail, then good for her. So, here we see an important distinction. So remember I said через is like, in a day. So like a day from now, a week from now, something like that, or after a day, after a week, after a month, you use через, and then назад is obviously ago. So секунду назад, a second ago, минуту назад, a minute ago, and so on. Just день, hour, day, week, month, year, and it translates it here. Vik is century, so you can say everything from a century ago to a century from now, or a second ago to in a second. Okay, and I think this is the last exercise. So now we simply have to decide, is it через или назад? Is it happening in some amount of time in the future, or was it some amount of time ago? So let's do this. We should be able to handle this. Где мои документы? Where are my documents? Минуту something. Они были здесь на столе. So a minute ago. Ago is назад. A minute ago, they were here на столе, on the table. Алло, мама, я дома. Когда ты будешь? Hi, mom, I'm home. When will you be? Я буду hour. Okay. Через. Should I be lazy and copy and paste it? Yeah, but it's obviously, since it's not the beginning of a sentence, it's obviously lowercase ch. So, я буду через час. I will be in an hour. Good something. Я работал в кафе. Okay, работал is past tense, so since it's obviously the past, it would be not через, but назад. So, год назад я работал в кафе, а сейчас я работаю в школе. So, a year ago I worked in a cafe, but now I work in a school. Moving up in the world there. Vik не было метро. Okay, there was no metro. The metro is the subway system, the underground subway system. So obviously a century ago there was no metro. That is probably true. I'll just be lazy and copy and paste these things. So век назад не было метро. A century ago there was no metro. And then here, неделю моя сестра будет отдыхать на море. So, неделю is, actually, I'm just noticing you can kind of cheat a little bit because with nazad, it's actually the same as in English. With nazad, the word nazad comes after the unit of time, so it's like just nazad, an hour ago. But this is the same as in English. You can't say ago an hour. You would say an hour ago. So it's the same in Russian, just nazad, an hour ago. And then через is the same. Через час, after an hour or in an hour. You wouldn't say in English an hour in or an hour mean, you could say an hour later, but that's not quite the same formulation. So you can actually see by the positioning, even without thinking about whether it's past tense or future tense, you can kind of cheat a little bit and look at the positions. So since this is coming before неделю, before the word week, then it's likely that it's через. So I'll just go ahead and copy and paste через неделю, next week, or in a week, with the assumption that's correct, and let's see if it makes sense here. Через неделю, in a week, моя сестра будет, yes, will be, отдыхать на море. Okay, so in a week, my sister will vacation at the sea. So the assumption was correct. This is the future. And then, again, going by the same assumption, неделю назад, a week ago, Jacqueline купила телефон, он уже не работает. So a week ago, Jacqueline bought a telephone, but it already doesn't work. Bought some cheap junk telephone, possibly. Well, hopefully it's still under warranty and she can exchange it. Okay, and then good, and since the word comes before the unit of time, I'm going to assume it's через год, будет Новый год. Deep thoughts in Russian. In a year, there will be a new year. This is these are the kinds of thoughts that you might form after you've yeah, well, okay, I don't want to be too insulting. Let's just move on. And then again, месяц, I'm going to assume this is через месяц, Irina будет замужем. So in a month, Irina will get married. So yes, once again, будет, since that's the future. Okay, I'm going to guess these last two are nazad because the unit of time comes first. So I'll just copy and paste nazad, and there we go. Lesson is completed. So we already finished the lesson, but I'll go ahead and read these sentences just to see what they say. Just назад, an hour ago, Olga еще работала, а сейчас она дома. So an hour ago, Olga was still working, but now she is at home. And finally, день назад, Martin встретил Карину. So a day ago, Martin met Karen и уже ее любит, and already loves her. It was love at first sight. They fell in love after a day. Isn't that sweet? Okay. That was that. So I think the point is pretty clear. Past tense, future tense. Past tense is formed with an L and then some kind of ending with an L at the end of the verb. And if you want to say past tense some time ago, it's nazad. So good nazad, a year ago, я работал. A year ago, I worked. Future is, in many cases, much simpler. You use через to indicate that it will happen at some point in time in the future. So через год, через неделю, whatever. And then you use будет and the infinitive of whatever verb is going to be performed in the future. And that's the past and the future in Russian. And I'll go ahead and wrap it up now. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that it was fairly clear and that my bumbling around isn't too annoying. Hopefully we will see each other next time in Lesson 11. Until then, thanks for watching, everyone, and ta-ta.